Hello? Is it working? Oh my god, the wire is in the way. Oh my god, it's so bright. Jesus. It's so dark, isn't it? Gosh dang. And my room's messy. Who did this? I did. You see, I just realized that I look like a Spider-Man. I look like Spider-Man 3 Tobey Maguire. You know, let's do the dance. That looked funnier in my script. Well, since I was, I didn't have any movies to review, I was just looking on the internet. Bad movies to watch. Good bad movies. And then I accidentally stumbled upon a movie called
Kawaii Onna. It means scary women, but I don't know why, but English versions it says the Unholy Women. I don't know why that happened. Don't ask me. I searched it up. It says Unholy Women in Google. To me, kawaii means scary in Japanese. I don't know what the Unholy Women features 3 short films directed by 3 different directors. The first horror short film is called Rattle Rattle, shows about the unknown curse and an unknown woman who chases down a victim. The second one is called Hagane, or Metal in English. It's a horror short film about a teenager man who was forced by his boss to date his sister. And the boss's sister, she's a hot one. I'm gonna surprise you guys later. The third short horror film is called The Inheritance, or Uketsugumono. It's about a mother and her child going back to the mother's childhood home. And the story is all about the mystery, what is happening, and the family problem.
So anyways, let's watch it together. Hopefully it's a good bad movie that we can all laugh at. And I'm here on my YouTube screen. Yes, this movie is uploaded on YouTube. Let's watch it. Hopefully it's not bad. The movie's already like an LA noir film. The fucking jazz type music. It's good. 10 out of 10 in my book right now. Hold on. Jesus Christ, this movie's good. Red means scary. The first film is directed by Amemiya Keita-san. Okay. Let me see your work, boy.
The film starts off with Kanako the lady and Akira the man inside the car chilling. Akira recently got divorced with his ex-wife and his ex keeps calling him. But you already know that the boy Akira over here got a new wife, hell yeah. So, to celebrate their new life, Akira gives Kanako this cheap-ass made in China plastic earrings.
I'm sorry lady, but that looks like fucking plastic. The pearls look like plastic for me for a second. Can I look a little bit closer? Hey, it looks like cheap. it looks so cheap.
Kanako told Akira to drop her off because she wants to buy some stuff on her way home. They say their bye-byes, but on her way home, she hears these rattle sounds and then something dropped from above. It looks like her earring.
Keep that in your mind.
And then something fell on top of her head.
Scratch that, never mind. This movie's crap. This movie's crap. Let me see that again. Even I can do that. Even my editing skills can do that.
Kayako woke up after that, and then she met this young girl. The young girl never talked, and then they both hear these rattle sounds, and the little girl seems terrified at it. And then Kanako looked around, but when she looked back at the girl, she disappeared. Her head felt a pain, and then when she looked at her finger, she noticed that she was bleeding. She comes back home, she was treating her wounds, she was talking to her friend Miyuki. They were talking about Akira and Kayako's wedding, yada yada yada. But after she talked to her friend, some anonymous voice calls out to her. Her phone rang. It was Akira. Akira is basically telling her that his ex-wife is crazy because Akira thinks that his ex-wife is coming after Kanako with a knife.
So right now they have 2 things to worry about. Akira's ex-wife who is fucking crazy and a ghost that haunts her inside her house.
And then Kanako noticed something is off. She hears her bathtub is running. And then when she enters there was nothing. But then when she looked back,
oh my god! Oh my god! Jesus Christ, dude! That is a dull looking ass knife. The killer's just standing there. The killer's just standing there. And the lady right there. That's her own apartment. She could have at least lived there for 2 years. You know how doors work, lady. You've been through the entrance door for a lot of times. You went inside the apartment through the door a lot of times. You should know how keys work. You should know how locks work. And now's the time that you don't know how it works. I get it. When some people are panicking, they don't think straight. I get it. But please, for the love of God, at least you should know how the doors work, lady. And this crazy ass woman right here, she don't know when to strike. She just holds her knife like this, looks at her mad, and then I don't know what she's trying to do. You still don't know how the dogs work. And why you're so slow? Why is she slow? What is this? What is this, a movie?
Kanako thought that she was safe, but nope, the lady quickly got up, and then that made Kanako scream a lot, and then she finally knows how the doors works for some reason. She went outside, called for help, but nobody came, so she went to the nearest police station. So she tried to call Akira, but he was unavailable. So she called her friend Miyuki, and then Miyuki told Kanako that Akira is currently at Kanako's home. Then so she called her own house, and then Akira answered, but something is off because Akira keeps looping her name. So she got spooked. She quickly grabbed a heavy metal box and then she smashed her own phone. And then the ice shift with the morph. After the hideous monster effect, she ran outside and she tried to call for help.
As a man who lives in Tokyo, it doesn't echo like that. It doesn't echo like that. No. Lady, if I were you, if I see people like that stacking around, I wouldn't go there. Somebody will snap your neck there if they're gonna stack kill one of you. You see, if you go in there like that, they're gonna be suspicious of you.
She tries to talk to them, but the people won't answer. But then when she looks at what they were looking at, she saw an arm with strange symbols on it. Remember that, please, again. Then the little girl showed up again. Kanako asked the girl what is going on, but the girl still won't answer. Instead, the little girl pointed at the little flower pot. It was later revealed that it's for that little girl. Apparently she died because she fell from her apartment and her mother was staring where her daughter died since then. And then the little girl looked up towards where her mother was. And then Kanako assumed that the little girl was helping her and the little girl was telling Kanako to go up there. But hey, no more chit chat because the rattle sounds came back. And then Kanako spotted the little girl inside the apartment. And then the little girl pointed upwards, telling Kanako that she must go up quickly.
I'll not even ask how the monster don't know how to push the door open.
After she went up there, she spotted several people there. The movie won't explain who they are, but I assume that they are past victims of the ghost. When she tries to go another floor up, she spotted another ghost with a bruise on her neck. This movie is giving you a lot of hints. Remember that. The ghost pointed at where she needs to go. When she ran towards where the ghost was pointing at, she saw the little girl. And then when she looked back, the lady in red is already there. I don't know what's this scene about because they're just questionable, I guess. She quickly ran into the apartment only to find what's inside. Inside the apartment, you can clearly see that the mother was depressed, so lost and mad at herself that she lost her only daughter. But then, the lady in red got in.
Oh Jesus, bitch, you look homeless.
Kanako got scared, so she pulled the curtain, only to fall down, then a shining light consumed her. Kanako woke up and realizing that she was dreaming the whole time. Apparently, a woman fell down on top of Kanako from the apartment. The random woman and Kanako almost merged into one.
Say what now?
So the doctors and nurses separated them and Kanako is fine.
I don't know. I don't know what I have just watched. Like Kanako said, they almost merged into one, and miraculously, she's fine. She's currently fine. I'm not the one who wrote the story. It's him. It's the director, not me.
I don't know how long did she stay in the hospital, but after that she went back to the streets and gave the little shrine a respect. She went upstairs where the apartment was, staring where the shrine is. Later that, she gets a headache. A sweet lady came out from her own apartment, a bit surprised because the mother used to do that all the time. Apparently the mother hanged herself inside her apartment. And the other day, someone jumped off to their death. Kanako, shocked to hear this, she gets confused. If the mother hanged herself, who jumped off the apartment? She doesn't feel right, she tries to go back home, but when she turned around, the little girl is there with her mother. And then the little girl told Kanako to run. But it's too late. The day suddenly turned to night. The lady in red got her. Some weird symbols formed on her coat. Her earrings got rotten. And then she fell on top of herself.
So that was the first short film, Rattle Rattle. So the movie was, of course, this short film was, of course, about a small team, small budget team. So it's also from 2007. So I don't blame the effects being horrible. The story was meh. Mostly it's because why? what was the ghost's motive? It makes sense if that ghost is like a hatred ghost, but the real question is if the person who committed suicide fell on top of the main protagonist, and if the doctor sees that there are two the same person, were they like, oh, so a twin fell on another twin? Wait, did she have a twin? Can you look that up? Can you look that up if she had a twin? So does it make sense? Well, I don't know why her that she has to suffer. I don't know why thus the main protagonist has to be a victim. Was it scary? No, it wasn't. It wasn't scary that I thought it would be. The monster ruined it. The monster looked boring. She doesn't look boring. She looks funny. That's it. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. It had a great concept. If the mother was the one who fell down. The story would have been much better if the mother was the one who fell down and the mother's hatred was the monster. Let's just say that the mother and the hatred was a different beings. The hatred is the monster and the mother is just herself who needs help. I don't know why horror movies these days should be like this. Oh, it's the end of the curse. Psych, motherfucker. The curse is still there. Like, I don't know why that monster or the witch targeted our main protagonist, because it doesn't make any sense. Our main protagonist didn't do anything wrong. So, our next short horror film is Hagane.
Sekiguchi, this teenager right here, was walking home late at night until he saw this person who got their top half covered in a sack. The sack ran into him, Sekiguchi fell down, and after that we get to hear this rocking music.
This is before Colin Stetson.
After the incident, later, Sekiguchi was working until his boss called him and he said, "Hey, you must be lonely and I appreciate your work. So why don't you have a day off with my sister?" The boss handed him the picture of his sister and told Sekiguchi to take her on a date. Boss told him come pick her up the next day. Sekiguchi is excited. I mean, come on. She's pretty. The next day, when Sekiguchi arrives to this homeless person's home-looking home,
oh lord, you live in this place? God damn!
He tried the doorbell, but the doorbell didn't work. So he enters the house only to see his boss pumping out huge amounts of water to this sack person. The boss told Sekiguchi about Hagane, the sack girl. Hagane likes to sew clothes and dresses, and boss also said that their mother passed away giving birth to Hagane. After that, they waited outside for Hagane. I mean, just remove the sack. I mean, she's alright, right? I mean, she has smooth skin and what the fuck is going on, dude?
Oh my god! Oh my god, what am I watching? What am I watching?
Eventually, they're having a good time, but as soon as Sekiguchi asked her about the bag, Hagane ran. She slipped and fell to the river. Sekiguchi tries to pull her up, but instead, Hagane pulled him down. They're both wet, so they both went inside Sekiguchi's apartment. Then he handed over Hagane a garbage bag for her top and his underwear. Hagane surprisingly kicked him, pushing him against the wall. Sekiguchi had enough and pushed her on the bed. And then... Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
I'll take the entire stock. This turns to a porn, by the way. I couldn't show this.
Let's get down to business. And he saw... Oh god! He tried to untie the bag, but just a bunch of flesh came out. After that, Hagane went extreme ape mode. She ran away from Sekiguchi. And then we see that the boss was digging, assuming this was for Sekiguchi, which we will see the reason why later. The boss saw Hagane, and after that, the boss called Sekiguchi, telling him that Hagane had a great time and thanking him. Soon after that, the boss was bathing Hagane, and Hagane mentions to the boss that she finds Sekiguchi interesting and fun. She likes him. But when she gets too excited, the boss smacks Hagane, making her quiet. The next day, when Sekiguchi was having a stroll, he noticed an advertisement, but then he saw the lady in the picture. Then he remembered. It was the same lady who was in the picture by the boss. Something shot him dart. Totally nothing, just a dart, no poison. He looked around and there she is, Hagane. Sekiguchi ran away hiding, but Hagane shoots him again. But Sekiguchi fought back with a pipe. After that, he punches her? He got too close then from Hagane, several blades popped. Injured Sekiguchi lay down. Then see... Yeah, just kill her. The boss tried to find Sekiguchi, but Sekiguchi hides from him, trying to leave town, but at the entrance he saw a flower and his broken glasses. He looked around, he saw Hagane fleeing from him. Sekiguchi followed her, seeing her falling and failing to walk. He grabbed Hagane before she falls off, but then Sekiguchi dropped her to the dark abyss. Sekiguchi soon ran, but after that, Hagane was chasing after him. He found a shelter nearby, hoping that she won't find him. Eventually, she opened the door. Sekiguchi is scared, asking for forgiveness. But then Hagane reached out her hand, implying that she forgives him. She then hugs him, and he hugs her back. Hagane rips out her bag, showing what's inside her. But when Sekiguchi looked what's inside, he got attacked by blades. Scars all on his face. I think I know what's gonna happen.
No, apparently I was wrong.
I didn't know about Hagane and Sekiguchi have sex, but while they have sex, Hagane's eating him. I can hear his screams. Meanwhile, Hagane moans. No, I can't now. Screw this. After that horrific events, the boss was burning Sekiguchi's belongings and Hagane was crying over his glasses. Several months have passed by. We see boss having a meal. Meanwhile, Hagane is sewing something. The camera then zooms to her and cuts to Hagane dancing around the field, laughing while hopping around happily.
I have no words on how to describe this. Yeah, I'm just gonna think about my life for a second. So, from my memory, the movie is about a man who lost his mother, and the sister. Their mother died while she was giving birth to the psych girl right there. So I'm guessing that her top half probably got messed up due to her mother's death. I don't know. All I think about is maybe their mother, while she was giving birth, she died, and that got the baby stuck there thing, and the top half was ruined, so the brother tried to fix her up. Some of the parts of the top half probably might be pigs, because sometimes she makes pig noises, and then, you know, her brother was watching pig television. It was a documentary about pigs, so probably she can only eat human meat. I don't know why. All I know right now is the sister was into vor and a masochist. She likes to get beaten up, she likes to eat human. The sister is made of pig and metal. Her top half is fucked up, that's why they put a sack over her. They lure men to feed her. If they don't feed her, I guess she dies. I guess. I don't know the moral of the story is, but I think what they're trying to say is don't date people with the sack over their heads. That's all I could think of. I'm not gonna give the movie 5 out of 10. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 10 because I don't know what the hell just happened. It's not scary. The story is just confusing. I don't know what. I just don't know what have I watched. That's all I could think of right now. Third movie, Uketsugumono, or in English, The Inheritance.
This short film is probably the most serious one and the scariest one for me. The film starts off with a lullaby and see that the mysterious lady lures in a boy to a shed.
That lady just lured a little boy in. I don't like where this is going. I don't like my video to be demonetized.
While this is happening, this little girl is watching. It was revealed that this little girl is named Saiko. Saiko in the future is now a wife with a child. Apparently she had a divorce and plans to move to her childhood home to take care of her elderly mother with her son Michio. The mother screamed at Saiko to go back to Tokyo. This turned into a fight of both of them. Meanwhile, Michio was taking a bathroom break, and on his way back, he sees a young boy outside the window. Terrified, he ran, but then he stops, looked up, and sees the picture of a young boy. Same boy who was lured back at the start of the film. Michio asked Saiko who was the young boy in the picture. Saiko told him that he was her brother who went missing years back. After that, Saiko and the son was in bed, preparing for sleep. And out of blue, Michio creepily told her that her brother, uncle, is okay. He's there near them.
No. If your child says some kind of shit like that, I'm gonna throw him out of my window. God damn. In Japan, we don't fuck around with that. If my kid says some shit like that, I'm gonna fucking beat him up and throw him over there.
The next morning, Michio was missing and the mother was looking around and searches for Michio. She saw the shed unlocked, but at the start of the film, we see that her elderly mother locked the shed with chains and big ass lock. She assumed that her son was inside the shed, so she went in. She then went upstairs. She didn't find Michio there, but she instead found this box covered in black linen. She then opened this box, which contains a scroll. When she looks at it, she widened her eyes, and meanwhile back at the house, the picture frame of her brother was dropped to the floor.
Mama, you look depressed. What happened? This motherfucking piece of shit. Honey, you'll be late for school. Come on, prepare yourself. Jesus. Jesus Christ, I hate cigarette. Why did I buy it?
When Saiko was feeding food to her mother, she asked her, "You saw it too, didn't you?" Her mother denies and keeps eating. After that, she went to the shed, making sure the locks are still there. When she looks back at the house, she sees Saiko staring back at her. At night, Saiko comes back home drunk, while her childhood friend brings her back home. Saiko told Michio to sleep alone. Of course, young kids can't sleep alone in this creepy ass room, so he searches for his mother, but the doors were shut. His mother doesn't answer him. But when he looks outside, he sees her mother going inside the shed. Worried, he went inside the shed as well. He went upstairs of the shed, but when he arrives there, he saw his mother lullabying to no one. Then his mother looked back at him in the mirror, smiling, waving her hand to come towards her. Michio was terrified, then ran back at the house.
Hey mom, what's up, honey? Are you crazy? Just imagine your kids asking you that. Are you crazy? That would be one of the saddest and terrifying thing you could ever hear. It's a little bit scary if you think about it realistically, but at this case, it's fucking funny.
Michio asked if his mother was inside the shed last night. Saiko denied this, but Michio told her that he saw her going inside. Saiko then got close, holding his cheeks. Then cuts to Shunsuke, Saiko's childhood friend, picking up Michio from his school. Shunsuke noticed that Michio was covering his neck. There was bruises on him. Michio admitted that his mother did this. Shunsuke was shocked, making sure that he will confront this to her. Meanwhile, Saiko's mother called an acquaintance, telling them to take Michio away from his mother. She knows what's going on, but before she tells them everything, Saiko puts the phone down, threatening her own mother to not take her son away. After that, Shunsuke and Michio came home. He confronted to Saiko about his bruises. Saiko angrily denies this, and she says that this was a lie. Michio got scared, so he said he did this to himself, forcing Michio to apologize to Shunsuke about lying. But Shunsuke knows that something is off.
The funny thing is, this is pretty effective. This short horror movie is kind of pretty effective to me. It kind of hits home. A lot of stuff happened to me when I was a kid, but right now I'm happy with my mom. We're happy, but this hits kind of home. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think this short horror movie is more focused on the family problem instead of the supernatural. I can see that there's a supernatural being here, but this kind of hits home.
Saiko got furious at Michio, forcing him to be locked inside the shed. Michio got terrified, but then he heard a noise upstairs. He saw the box covered in cloth. When he opens it, he saw newspaper clippings. It was all about Saiko's brother, his uncle. While he was searching through these papers, his mother is in pain, headaches and high-pitched noises going in her head. Struggling to stand up, but she managed to grab the scroll. Michio heard some noises behind him, but then the large chest beside him clicked open. He looked inside, he saw a tiny skull. When he grabbed it, he saw the truth. Apparently, Saiko's mother was the one who lured her brother in the shed. Now we understand why Saiko's mother locked the shed, trying to both forget the past and hope that this incident will never happen again. Saiko lights a fire, but when she tossed the scroll to the fire, a huge pain struck her. Michio was waiting for anyone to open the shed's door, but then Saiko's mother opened it, telling Michio to run away from his mother. But Michio cared for his mother, loved her, thinking that he could save her. When Michio got inside the house, he finally saw the scroll's painting. It was about a woman holding a child's corpse, and then he heard his mother's voice, saying that the woman was lonely, she needed a family. Michio got terrified, thinking that he could be next. He ran as fast as he could, his mother calling out his name. Michio went inside the storage room, hoping that he wouldn't be caught, but eventually his mother found him. But she was crying, telling Michio that she was sorry. And then Michio got close and hugged his own mother. Next day, Shun arrived to their house. But then, when he greets Saiko's mother, her thought is no longer with her. Shunsuke was confused and worried. And then, we can hear a beautiful lullaby. The camera then pans to the shed. Inside was Saiko, holding her own son Michio close, dead. Saiko's eyes were blank, blindlessly singing her son to sleep.
And that was The Inheritance. Yeah, I'm guessing that the supernatural being is actually the painting. So whoever sees the picture will possess that woman and they will kill their own child. They will lure them inside the hut, they will kill the child, and then just... I mean, I guess that was kind of creepy because it kind of hits home. But the thing is, what's the moral of the story? Like, all these movies never had the moral of stories. They're just, the spirits never had, or the ghosts or monsters never had the moral. What's the objective? I guess that the monsters just wants the souls, I guess. I don't know. The last one is actually decent. They're actually creepy, I guess, question mark. To me, it wasn't that scary. I guess you can say it's creepy, but the way that the mother called out Michio for thousands of times, it kind of reminds me of Heavy Rain. It doesn't make me focus on the movie. Now, do I like the short films? No, but I can order the movies from worst to the best. The worst one is, of course, The Steel or Hagane. The second one is Rattle Rattle or Kata Kata. And the third and the best one for me is The Inheritance Uketsugu Mono. Now, do I not enjoy it? No. All three of them for me didn't enjoy it. I mean, I did enjoy it when I'm laughing at them, when I'm making fun of them. I did enjoy that part. But if you want a really good horror movie to enjoy, this is not the good film for you. It's not worth of 1 hour and 40 minutes of your of your time. They're more of comedy, parody movie. I do feel that they were trying to go serious, but the way they directed it and then the way they do it, it makes me feel that I'm watching a parody movie. It doesn't make me, immersed to the story. It doesn't make me, drive me to get into the story. Okay, the real problem with this short films is that it's too slow and the acting is bad and the sound designs is bad. That's it. Some parts were scary. Of course, yeah, some parts were scary. But most of the parts are goofy as fuck. It doesn't make me fully focus at all. It just makes me want to laugh and make fun of the movie. The only serious movie I had was the third film, The Inheritance. That movie actually got me immersed for a little bit. But slowly, it doesn't. The movie was too slow. It's too stretched out. They could have at least cut like 10 minutes of the movie. They could have done better. But to me, out of the 3 films that I watched here, The Inheritance was the best for me, but still 5 out of 10 because it's not scary, it's too slow. And the acting was meh. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. Thank you for watching this video again. It was a pain in the ass to film. And a pain in the ass to edit because it's already nighttime here. If you want more of these kind of videos, please tell me in the comments down below. Or if you have any movie suggestions, please let me know. Because I do want to do not only crappy Japanese horror movies, I also want to do foreign or American horror movies. So let me know. So tell me if you have any movie suggestions, horrible movie suggestions, write down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later.